If you're interested in Facebook advertising, then you might be considering other PPC models for your ads. There are numerous other options here, from Bing to Twitter to LinkedIn and AdSense. The biggest competition for Facebook advertising, though, has got to come from Google AdWords. Google AdWords is a type of PPC advertising from Google that places your ads in the SERPs, which stands for Search Engine Results pages. The idea here is that you choose a keyword you want to target. That means you'll be targeting a search term that people will use in Google when they're looking for something specific. If you sell hats, for instance, you might choose a keyword or phrase such as "buy hats online." Now your advert is going to appear above all the natural listings when someone searches for that term, with the caveat that it will have a yellow box saying "Ad" next to it. Your ad might also appear on the right-hand side next to the organic results. Otherwise, Google AdWords works very similarly to Facebook ads. This is PPC and all the rules are similar. You bid for your ads and you only pay when someone clicks. But there are some features that you benefit from in Facebook only, and some that only Google AdWords can offer you. For instance, Google AdWords does not offer you the same precise targeting of your audience. In other words, you can't target only people who have listed themselves as in a relationship, and you can't target people who've listed football as a hobby, although Google is closing this gap in numerous ways. At the same time, though, Google AdWords has the advantage of showing your ad to people who are actively looking for your services. In other words, when someone searches for "buy hats online," you know there's a pretty good chance that they actually want to buy a hat. Now this means that they will be less offended by your advert appearing and offering them said hat, and it means that they will be more susceptible, meaning that in that moment they are more likely to buy. You should know that in advertising it's not only about who you target, but also when you target them. On the other hand, though, Facebook advertising allows you to reach out to people who maybe aren't looking for what you're selling, and this too can be very useful. For instance, you can increase awareness of your brand even amongst people who are otherwise, they might never have discovered it. And this means you can broaden your potential market, and this has a lot of advantages too. Google AdWords also has some nifty features though. For instance, it allows you to combine your account with your Google Analytics account, and that lets you measure how many ad clicks are actually resulting in buys. You can even work out your CPA, or cost per action. Google also lets you do things like remarketing and using negative keywords. But then Facebook comes right back with more nifty features of its own, such as the ability to combine your advertising with a page for your brand. So which is better? Well, that will entirely depend on your niche, your business, your product, and your model. In 90% of cases, though, the best approach will be one that applies multiple strategies and promotes synergy between them. To really make the very most from Facebook, it's important to consider its individual strengths over something like Google. Now, we've already seen how Facebook lets you target users in a more precise manner, and of course the way it lets you add images and video to promote your page, well, that's pretty good too. But the real benefit of Facebook advertising is that it's advertising on a social network, and it has a ton of powerful features that lets you leverage this network. One of the goals you can choose when creating your ad, for instance, is engagement. Now, why would you be interested in increasing engagement? Simple. Because if someone likes, shares, or comments on your post, that not only means that you're likely winning them over as a fan, it also means that that post will then be seen by everyone in their personal network. What's more, the fact that they like your post or page will also be seen by all of their connections. And to those people, this might seem almost as though they're advocating your brand. This is the social influence factor, and if you see that your friend has liked a brand, you'll become much more likely to like that brand yourself, or to potentially trust them in future when you need that service. And because liked and shared posts get seen by more people, that means they can potentially go viral if they are creative enough and well enough designed. Your objective then is to recognize all this potential and to leverage it through smart ad designs.